Greetings everybody and welcome to Madrid Ball. I hope you're safe and sound. Real Madrid take on Osasuna in a week where we have the possibility of putting the title race to bed. We obviously would be depending on how Barcelona and Atletico fare in the next two games. If they again fall short, we may be champions in April itself. But of course, we need the pieces to fall in place and hope we can keep our very own winning streak intact. And today on the agenda, we also would be discussing some transfer news related to our favorite club. Apparently, there have been some rumors linking two Chelsea players to Real Madrid. And if Mr. Perez can get the deals over the line, they can turn out to be very useful additions in the years to come. So in this video, we'll do the match preview of Osasuna versus Real Madrid. We'll go through the words of Carlo Ancelotti. And last but not the least, we'll end this video by doing the match predictions. So come on, let's get started. And starting by talking about the transfer speculations, according to the latest article of Daily Mirror, Real Madrid are eyeing a potential move for the Chelsea right-back Reece James as a long-term transfer target. They further say that Real Madrid have been impressed with the showing of James over the two legs against Real Madrid, and they see him as a good option as they keep focusing on squad improvement. And this news, if you see, is not really a surprise for all of us. We have been speculating that Real Madrid may dip into the market to address the concerns surrounding the fitness of Dani Carvajal. The problems were there this season as well. It's only off late that Carvajal has picked up some form, but surely Real Madrid can bring in a quality player who can not only provide positive competition to Carvajal in the short term, but also has the ability to make a claim on the right back position. He has space, he is strong, he can put in some quality crosses, he can make some valuable contributions in attack, and at the same time, his defensive attributes are quite good as well. So I do think he would be a good player to have in the squad. I particularly like the way he handled Vinicius, at the same time took care of the attacking burden when Chelsea played us at the Bernabeu. In the first leg perhaps he wasn't that convincing, however, he had just returned from injury, he was a bit rusty, and if we judge on how he has played in the past year, he certainly has given the Los Blancos more reason to think about the transfer. He currently has a deal with Chelsea till 2025, and his value in the market is estimated to be around 50 million. Chelsea of course would be looking to keep Reece James, but seeing the issues Chelsea may have to face due to the sanctions, they may as well be forced to let go one of the players who has the potential to bring in a significant amount of money. And coming to the transfer rumours surrounding another Chelsea defender, Antonio Rudiger once again seems to be on the radar of Real Madrid. The reports from ESPN and Marca go on to say that Real Madrid have reignited their interest in the German defender after his impressive show in the Champions League. Marca, however, also say that the club will only pursue him if Rudiger agrees to lower his wages. Now we know Rudiger is on the radar of many clubs. The likes of Bayern Munich, PSG, Juventus, and more recently Barcelona have all shown interest in the defender. So at least in terms of options, I don't think there's any shortage, but obviously Rudiger will not be brought in for an extraordinary wage. We know Mr. Perez is usually very smart with the transfer dealings. Real Madrid definitely needs some backup in the centre-back department, and Rudiger does check a lot of boxes, but I doubt Mr. Perez will pay an exorbitant amount in wages and signing bonuses, especially when we already have a centre-back duo who have established a good connection. So I do think Rudiger and Real Madrid may have an agreement, but both of them need to come to a common ground, and then we might just see Rudiger in the whites of Madrid. So that's the transfer news for the day, and let's move on to do the match preview of Osasuna versus Real Madrid. Kickoff will be coming live from the El Sadar Stadium, and looking at the opposition that we face today, Osasuna currently sit 9th in the table. They have 44 points from 23 games, and if we have a look at the form in the past 5 matches, they have 3 wins and 2 losses. So it can be said that Osasuna, by their standards, have done decently well this campaign. They have had a few impressive mid-table finishes in the past few years, and this year as well, they would be hoping to finish in the top half of the table. Jagoba Sate's men have recently enjoyed victories over Villarreal, Levante, Alaves, and they are coming fresh from a 2-1 win against Valencia away from home, as Jimmy Avila and Budimir registered themselves on the score sheet. So certainly we can expect Osasuna to put up a decent fight against the Los Blancos. They would be feeling pretty confident coming into the game, and they would be playing with the aim to upset the odds. And coming to the formation that we can expect from Osasuna, they can set up in the 4-4-2. The 4-man midfield may consist of Moncayola, Oya, Darko, and Manu Sanchez, and in attack we may see the duo of Jimmy Avila and Ante Budimir. And coming to Real Madrid, this as you see is the squad list for the game, and you can see we have a number of absentees. Firstly, in defense we are still without Ferland Mendy and Marcelo. In the midfield, Modric has been provided rest and has stayed back in Madrid. Casemiro and Mariano have had physical problems, however, they are expected to return for the Man City game as confirmed by Carlo Ancelotti. And finally, there are also speculations regarding the availability of Gareth Bale. So it's quite evident that Ancelotti would be having limited options in today's game, and let's hope we'll have enough ammunition to take all the 3 points away from home. Moving on, let's hear what the coach had to say in the pre-match press conference. Ancelotti spoke about Benzema and Rodrigo, but firstly, while previewing the match, Ancelotti said, "My message for this game is the same as it has been in all of our previous matches. We are close to winning the La Liga title, but we've got important games ahead of us. It's a very difficult place to go, but we want to beat Osasuna and edge even closer to the title." Then Ancelotti was asked if Benzema would receive any rest in the game, and the coach replied, "When a player is fine, there's no need for them to rest, and it would make no sense not to put him in. The player is fine and in good form and doesn't have any muscle fatigue. He'll play against Osasuna." Then the coach had some words of praise for Vinicius. He has not been scoring off late, but he has been very much involved in creating goals, and on that the coach said, "I see him as being relaxed when he doesn't score. He isn't obsessed with scoring and is more concerned about helping the team. He's been doing really well since the start of the season and continues to do so. It's important that he scores goals, but that's not the most important thing." And lastly, Ancelotti was asked who was having a better season between Asensio and Rodrigo, and Ancelotti said, "Rodrigo has made more of a difference when coming on as a substitute. He always brings his quality, energy and pace, which helps us. Asensio has also had a very good season and has scored a lot of goals. I'm just happy we've been able to enjoy the quality of both." So that concludes the pre-match thoughts of Carlo Ancelotti, and let's conclude this video by doing the match predictions. In goal, we would be seeing Thibaut Courtois. In the backline, Nacho should be back in the starting 11 and should occupy the left back position. In the midfield, Valverde and Cruz are likely to start, but we do have questions regarding who will be the third midfielder in the team. It may be Camavinga, who may get another chance to impress the boss, but I do have a feeling that Dani Ceballos may get a start in today's game. He has been getting a few minutes, but will he get a start today? We'll have to wait and watch. And finally, attack, I predict the front three of Benzema, Rodrigo and Vinicius. So that, as you see, is my predicted lineup. And as for the scoreline predictions, I predict Real Madrid 2, Osasuna 0. And that is all I have here. Do let me know how you're feeling ahead of the game, and what scoreline are you predicting? Write in the comments below. I'll see you soon. Till then, take care. Glory to Madrid. And as always, a la Madrid.